Right.
And they're seeing, oh, I spent $350. Okay, I'm pretty close to that $400 cap. Look, I only have to pay $27. Oh, that's awesome, because I only have $30 in my pocket, right? And the tailspin begins, you know, and they get farther. They pay that minimum, and they see that that minimum makes no dent month after month after month, and then they get another credit card. And the JA programs, the financial literacy programs, we probably, if we could deliver them to adults too. I mean, there are many adults who could benefit from these programs.
Absolutely. Sure, I could. I mean, anyone. Lots of adults need to be reminded of that.
Could very
Someone
well
was talking to me the other day about, Greg, do you really need that belt card that you got when you went in? And not to single out a store, but, you know, he said, you want to get these shoes, leave your credit card in your wallet. You can get a belt card. It was great. I got one, and these are some nice shoes.
That's right.
It's fascinating.
They do. They dangle like carrots. That's right.
It's a very important thing as you think about, of course, how the programs are executed. And you've laid out, surely, the volunteer component there. But just let's say, pull one of those out. You highlighted in a fourth grade class just the aspects of money and making sure they want to get, that's in the dropout retention component. Just break down how a volunteer, how you get them through the system, of course, just maybe beginning to end there, please.
Well, I'll first start from the financial component, and that is we require $400 to make a class happen, which breaks down to $18.18 a student based on the South Carolina average class size of 22 students. I took my daughter, who's the freshman at the College of Charleston. I took her to see a movie when I had to stay down in Charleston one evening. I took her out. We bought the movie ticket, popcorn, and soda, and it cost me more than $18.18. And she didn't learn a thing from that movie. It's a bargain, I guess is what I want to say. So what we do, again, getting back to the matchmaking, I have Greg Everett interested in volunteering in Myrtle Beach Elementary School.
Keep me away from the high school students. That's right. They'd scare me.
No, they wouldn't.
But, elementary sounds great.
Okay, we're in Myrtle Beach Elementary, and I have Miss Jones in the second grade class, no, third grade class, I guess, who is wanting junior achievement, and I have Better Brands, is a board company, and they're very supportive financially. Better Brands wants to fund that class. So I say, Mr. Everett, I have Miss Jones in the third grade at Myrtle Beach Elementary who would love to have you as her classroom consultant to deliver Junior Achievement Program. Would you be interested? And you would say, yes. I already have the funding for the class. Heather, our program director, makes an appointment to train you and other volunteers at the same time. Going over the basics of JA volunteerism. And Heather also then coordinates your schedule with that of Miss Jones' third grade class, and that way she can schedule her curriculum, you know, and her class schedules to accommodate your needs as well. You come once a week on your lunch hour, perhaps, or you take an early lunch hour, you know, 10 to 10:30. Or 10 to 11, and so you're trained. We have the money to buy the programs. Miss Jones is delighted to have you. The third grade class looks forward to Mr. Everett's arriving every Wednesday.
You're making me salivate here.
Oh, it's one.
Just thinking about it, because you can imagine, whether you're a parent or not, but imagine the joy of seeing the light bulbs go off. And of course, knowing the teacher's able to sit back and take a little break for a little bit and watch you, and able to watch her own students in a different way.
That's right.
Where she's watching as a teacher, but to be able to sit back and watch someone else teach them, and to see the ones who are really getting stuff, that must be really illuminating.
It most certainly is. In addition, you know, I can't say enough about how powerful the JA programs and those kits are. However, that being said, we strongly encourage our classroom consultant to bring their real-life business experience to augment these powerful programs, because it's the real-life, real Myrtle Beach, real Ulrey County business experiences that bring to life these theories and lectures that are being provided by the JA programs. So it's It's pretty terrific. You mentioned earlier about anecdotal reports that we've received. I have a board member who does home appraisals, and he happened to be appraising the home of a teacher down in the Surfside area.
Right.
And in their conversation, Terry mentioned that he was on the board of directors for Junior Achievement, and this particular teacher said, "Do you know, my students told me they knew answers on the PACT tests because of their exposure to the J8."
No way. Wow.
On my honor.
That's tremendous.
On my honor.
Congratulations.
And it doesn't get better than that.
No, that it wouldn't. On behalf of the school systems and the students, yeah.
That's for sure. They do. They have a profound impact on these kids. And as powerful as these programs are as standalones, the data doesn't suggest, the data states that if we can deliver these programs sequentially through elementary school, K through 5, that these kids are off the charts, scoring on test of economics compared to non-JA students. And that's the jump start that we're looking for all our kids.
Yes. I'm embarrassed to say, Mike, time is flying. More than 20 minutes have passed. We just got a few minutes. You highlighted the donations from the companies, but there's still other vehicles. You mentioned Bowling for Kids and that campaign. Share with viewers how they can be a part of Bowling for Kids and the dates of that. Would that be occurring throughout the entire coastal South Carolina region, or is that one right here in our viewing area?
There's one right here in Horry County,
right.
and it is Bowling for Kids. It'll be the end of February. We're waiting for the date to be announced.
Okay, sure to finalize that.
And in fact, you're such a modest individual, but the Herald has been a Bowling for Kids sponsor in the past.
We've enjoyed that, and the T-shirt. I mean,
that's right.
A small price to pay for just those T-shirt logos.
Exactly.
I hope you've raised your prices some, Mike. It was too big a steal. Yeah.
Believe it or not, we have not. So,
oh wow!
So
we're in on it. Yeah,
good,
great.
Good. But I hate to be cliche, but it is a team building opportunity. It's a disco bowl, and it's a glow bowling Friday night. We encourage folks to dress in era theme, and a disco era theme, and folks really got into it last year. Our bowlers, we ask each bowler to raise $100,
right.
Whether it's through dress down days or asking friends, 10 friends to cough up $10 for their efforts, and then what we do is we spend the entire night. You may never have picked up a bowling ball in your life, and that really doesn't matter.
Sure.
But we spend the rest of the night thanking all the folks for coming out, and they're teams of 5, they're companies, and we have I'll mention Blue Cross Blue Shield because and Burroughs and Chapin, the two of them. Outdo each other year after year. One will have 11 teams, the other one will have 10, and back and
5 each, yeah.
5 each, exactly. And they have a blast. And then we do disco era trivia. So the first person who can tell me how Mork would greet folks in Mork and Mindy, they'd get 2 tickets to Myrtle Waves, for example, or lunch for 2 at one of the eateries, and so we're just infusing tons of fun and just having a blast because they've already raised money for us prior to the event. That's right.
And that's 100 per team member. So each team is coming up with
raising $500.
$500. That's tremendous, and of course they can raise more.
Oh, we have tremendous prizes for people who raise more.
Right. Good.
I mean, we have prize packages again donated to us. The community is very good to us from an in-kind.
You highlighted that's another way. We've just got a minute, Mike. That's another way the viewers can get involved, helping to donate items to make sure they back up, at least help any of the contestants raise $100. Could they be a part of it themselves? Could they be help create a team? Okay.
Indeed, absolutely. Call that 745-1141.
843-745-1141. Of course, you've got a tremendous website, jacoastalsc.org.
Yes, sir.
And of course, for you, having been involved in supporting both youth in myriad stages in other organizations in the past and now at Junior Achievement, what's the most exciting aspect for you, Mike?
Well, I have to say it's being on the proactive side. All my experience in the past has been helping people when they've already suffered some sort of setback, whether it was abuse or neglect or hunger or whatever. Now we have an opportunity at the very, very basic level to impact a child's life before they've suffered any of these setbacks. So it's very exciting. I think the Lord saw fit to put me in a position like this after the years of working on the other side for so long.
That's great, on the other side.
Yes,
I like
sir.
those words. Thanks,
Happy New Year,
Mike,
my
for being
friend.
with us. Absolutely. Same to you. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with the Junior Achievement of Coastal South Carolina's President, Mike Campi, coming up next. What great words. Junior Achievement is the successful bridge between education and business, and you need that bridge. You've got to have a bridge like that. It's provided here in the Junior Achievement Program. Practical, informative, engaging. Those aren't just words that are thrown out here on the set. Those, you see them in the classroom, whether it's that educator watching that classroom consultant connect with his or her students in a way that they may have never connected with them before, breaking down simple ideas in a way it's been mastered year after year. Junior Achievement worldwide. They've been doing it. You heard Mike talk about this suitcase approach, opening up the suitcase, having this bag of tricks. They're not tricks. They're a way to really communicate with students in a different way, whether it's on the high school level or down to Mrs. Jones' third grade classroom. They're making a difference. These volunteers, you heard Mike highlight from the Brunswick County, that from the state line all the way down to a little south of Hilton Head, 600 classrooms and 3 folks on staff there at the office, making a difference thanks to so many volunteers, dedicated donors, and folks just like you who are spreading the word of Junior Achievement. Get involved. You can pick up the phone, 843-745-1141 or jacoastalsc.org. Take the time to get involved, and Happy New Year.